What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So it is Monday night, July 3rd, and I was able to get everything with the sander resolved at Home Depot. Shout out to Jeff. He was awesome, great manager. He took care of me. So today I am going to finish sanding this floor with the hand sander. And you guys don't want to watch that. I mean, you can't tell anything being done because it's already been sanded one time. So I'm just gonna do it. Welcome to Sawdust City. This is all sawdust. So made my first pass with 50 grit right down the middle, and I told you guys in the previous video about these pencil marks. You can see kind of where I stopped. So I have to do a thin strip here and then this area. If you watched a video, man, a week ago or more, this area I already did with the belt sander. So I just have to go over this with the 50 grit because I first did it with 36. So that won't take near as long as the rest of this. But I did from the door all the way to the edge of the closet in about 25 minutes. So again, this thing is so fast, and it's really not that difficult. I mean, you got to get down on your knees. Huge shout out to Brandon and Amanda for the knee pads. They're freaking awesome. But yeah, I would just go this route. It's 50 bucks or whatever. Pads are cheap for it, and it does fine. And like I said in the last video, this is perfectly flat. It's not smooth yet because of the rough grit, but it's perfectly flat. Whereas that big sander from Home Depot just made the whole floor wavy. So trying to get that out. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but where I've done, it definitely pulled out the stain a lot more than the one from Home Depot, the big sander. So yeah, just so many better qualities about this miniature one than the bigger one. And not even cost, it's faster, it's easier to do, it doesn't take time to rent. I mean, you just check out in the self-checkout and you're done. So get you one of these and redo your floors. I told you guys that the door kit, the sliding door kit, would not be here till Wednesday, but it's actually here. The only problem is that Amazon didn't ship all the parts. So I ordered a 13-foot rail, and there's 2 pieces in this box. This whole box, there's 2 rails that are about 3 foot long each. So I got a 6-foot rail, and then the part that actually attaches to the door, you screw the door on here, and then a bolt goes through here to hold the rollers for it to slide. There's only 1 of them, and there's supposed to be 4, which there is 4 rollers, but there's not 4 of those. I only need 2, but you know, it's missing a lot of parts. I haven't even had a chance to go through all the nuts and bolts and stuff, so who knows what all else is missing out of this box. But I'm gonna give Amazon a call bright and early and have them ship me another one. So hopefully I can convince them to expedite it, overnight it, or whatever. And I have pretty good luck with Amazon, so they're usually amazing customer service. I also got a mulch kit for the mower. So 2 new blades. I already installed the blocker on the side, and man, Amazon had it for $42. The same exact part number at Home Depot was $199. So of course I ordered it on Amazon. So sorry, Home Depot. The 120 grit sanding pass is done. I used the belt sander for that, and I'm gonna put on 220 because that's all I have, and I don't want to go to the store. I was gonna do 150, but it's already very smooth. You can rub your foot across it and not feel anything. It just feels very smooth. But I have 220 with a random orbital. I'm gonna go over it like a light pass. There's no scratches anymore because the 120 on the belt sander took care of that. But I'm just gonna go through it to kind of knock everything down, and if there's any crevices, the random orbital kind of go into those instead of just stay flat like the belt sander. So we're gonna knock that out. with the random orbital, and then we will go to Home Depot and get some stain. I do have to figure out a good way to get rid of all the dust in the air. I've been vacuuming this floor twice, so I think I'm gonna bring the air compressor in and just spray all this dust off and then wait for it to settle and vacuum it up before I stain. But I did read online that you don't want to stain with any dust in the air because when it settles into it, it will make it very bumpy and rough textured. So we're definitely going to figure out how to get rid of all the dust, and kind of sucks because it's raining outside and it's going to rain for the next few days. So I read that when it's humid, the stain and the polyurethane doesn't dry as quickly. So I'm gonna give it extra time to dry because I want this floor to last. I don't want to be doing this again in 2, 3, 4 years. So I'm gonna get after it with the sander. You guys won't watch that again, so I'll catch up with you after I finish that pass. I finished with the random orbital with 220 and it is so smooth. And then Katie and I have been vacuuming and blowing all the dust off with the air compressor. And so now we are gonna go to Home Depot and buy the stain and whatever else we need to go along with it. And then when we come back, we're gonna vacuum a few more times because there's still dust in the air. So while we're gone, hopefully it settles, and then we'll vacuum all that up and put down the stain. And then we are gonna leave for the 4th of July celebration. And hopefully the rain holds off. We got the stain, darker brown color. We got the polyurethane for floors, and then we got the applicator. We still have to go get a broom handle and mineral spirits to clean the stuff up after we're done. So it was super easy because that lady, I think her name was Vanessa, she helped me the other day and was really awesome. So good job, Vanessa.
All right, we're gonna start.
First color.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, it's so dark.
Wowza. I bet it dries lighter. It's kind of pretty.
That's so dark.
I like it.
You like it that dark?
I don't think it's gonna dry that dark.
I don't think it will either.
It looks nice with the walls. Now I know.
Got a nail.
Now I know why they say take the trim out.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to paint that again. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
Like?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that too. You know what's crazy is that you can't really tell the patch.
Oh, you can't?
Like, it looks pretty good.
That's so pretty. Our house is gonna be pretty.
Yay.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, you're really gonna have to repaint that trim.
Yeah. Well, I nicked it all up with the sander anyways, so.
Yeah, I think I did too. I was kind of bitter because it's raining and we can't go to the pool or it would be too cold, but this is kind of fun, so I'm okay now. Still a little bitter. It's 4th of July and it's raining and cloudy and nasty outside. So hopefully tonight we can watch fireworks and it won't be all lame. That'd be nice.
Katie with the acrobatics. Get it! Get it!
Do that. I can't. My toe cramped up.
Do it!
Okay.
Got it!
Got it. It was a little wide and my arms aren't that long.
So this is what it will look like. We put the stain on and let it set for 5 minutes and then wiped it off with the rag. So we put a little strip here and then we're gonna wipe it off. We got a timer going on the phone. Wipe it off and we'll do more and then 5 more minutes, and so we'll get to the end here. And yeah, and so when we get the whole room done, if we decide we want it darker, we can do another coat. It said after like 8 hours, I think. But so far we both really like this. Also, look how well the patched boards match. I mean, you really can't tell. I don't think anyone would know if they just came in here. So that's pretty exciting. We have about half of the floor done. Well, maybe more than half. We just have this little strip in the middle and then the doorway here. So basically what we're doing is we're mopping it on with this mop that's made for oil-based stain and putting it on pretty thick. As you can see, it's a lot darker where we just did. And then Katie's going back through with the rags and wiping off all the excess stain. And you want it to be pretty dry when you're done wiping it off with the rag. So right now we're not quite sure how we're gonna finish. Oh, go for it. Right now we are not quite sure how we're gonna finish the rest of the floor. Hey, you should start on that end so I can mop after you do that end.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna do like 2 foot at the end and then just work 2 foot chunks down. And then here we'll do 2 foot until we're out of here. So better turn the closet light off before it runs forever. But yeah, you can see it comes off. Quite a lot of it comes off. As you can see, that rag is soaked. So is her hands. But it does, we think it looks really good. So let us
tell us if you think it looks good.
Yeah, let us know if you also think it looks good. If you don't, just
keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself. But yeah,
We're
it's
not
really
changing
nice.
anything for you.
The stain can said that if we want it darker, we can do a second coat after 3 or 4 hours or 8. I can't remember. There were so many different hours to do things. So if we decide we want it darker, we'll read about it then. But I think for now, as long as it stays about this color, we like it. We don't want it to dry any lighter than this because we like it pretty dark. So we did get a semi-gloss polyurethane, so it'll be slightly shiny. I mean, this is just dull bare wood, really. But it'll be slightly shiny when we're done with the polyurethane. And I think we have to let this dry for at least a day before we can put the poly on. We are almost done. We just did this little bit here. You can see the rest of the floor has already been stained and wiped off. So we're waiting for the timer to go then we'll wipe this off, and then we'll do this last stretch here, and then we'll be done. We gotta let it dry, and then we'll evaluate the color. We really like it, so we probably won't put another coat of stain on, but you never know if it'll dry differently. So, but yeah, it's actually super easy. It's taken us about an hour to do, so not that hard. This pole makes it a lot easier than just you can use just a rag and wipe it on there and then wipe it off with a clean one, but this makes it a lot easier, especially you can do more quickly. So yeah, this is definitely a fun DIY. You think?
Yeah, it's been fun.
We finished staining all of the floor, and I don't know if I'm supposed to walk in here or not, but hopefully you guys can see it. I think it'll look really good when there's some white trim up around the bottom, and then you can really tell the difference in the colors. This is a lot more orange, whereas this is really a darker brown color. So we really like it. I hope you guys do too. Let us know in the comments below. But for this video, we are gonna end it right here because we have to let this dry for quite a long time. So we're gonna end here. We're gonna go watch some fireworks, do some 4th of July stuff. So there will actually be 2 videos today, 4th of July one and home stuff. So be sure to check them both out. You know, stuff happened in between each one. So if you're watching this one, we went this morning and saw a mock battle, a mock war battle, and so that was really fun. America versus the Pirates, and the America won, obviously. So it was really fun. Go check out that video, which I will link it in the card right above. But for this video, I hope you guys enjoyed watching us do the floors. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if it's your first time stopping in, be sure to hit that subscribe button. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.